Hi, I'm Zelna Lawrence, founder of the Kids Life Studio, and I'm so excited to be sharing time with you today in this masterclass because just this morning I was supporting some of our global network of kids life coaches from around the world in the Zoom room on this very topic. And this topic is on why professional supervision is your superpower. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I started my early career as a school teacher and I migrated from the classroom in 2003 into my full-time coaching practice. And since then, I have trained and mentored people from around the world in my coaching methodology, which is a play-based coaching system. And I also supervise and mentor and certify people who want to work with children in an ethical, sustainable way. And this morning, we spent time as a global network of coaches. Some people were students in the Zoom room, some people were certified, and we were talking through the importance of professional supervision. Now, if you look back at my career as a school teacher, and now I am a coaching psychologist, I have a master's degree in clinical child psychology. I still call myself a kids life coach, though. The important thing in any profession, when I was in the classroom, whether you're a psychologist, whether you are a lawyer, whether you're a doctor, continuous professional development and earning points for that on an annual basis is imperative. That helps you to stay in line with best practices and it also helps you to maintain your professional standing. Now, kids life coaching itself is not a accredited offering. It's very much do what you want out there. Now, since 2003, I have been setting the standards and setting the tone, raising the bar, making sure that people are ethically working with children. And so, part of what I offer as the founder of Kids Life Studio is ongoing professional mentorship. And that happens in the Zoom room. And it's something that is so important for the personal growth and development of any person that is working with children and wants to know how to move themselves to the next level. So, when we were discussing this morning, it became very clearly evident to me when I asked the coaches in the Zoom room, what does professional development mean to you? Because we just have it as a given that we come together once a week to speak about marketing and to talk about case studies, to answer questions, to speak through difficult cases, to make sure that we maintain our mindset and that we take good care of ourselves mentally, physically, emotionally, socially, spiritually. So all of that is sort of what we do and how we do it. And so when I asked, what does professional supervision mean to you? It was really interesting because one of the coaches said something that really got me thinking. She said professional supervision to her is being challenged. When somebody challenges her thinking. Now, anybody who knows me and who is certified with me knows I always ask hard questions and I push people out of their comfort zone in order to coach children in such a way that you get results. It's important not only to have a good system, and my play-based coaching system has been designed and developed based on neuroscience and child developmental milestones. So that is intact. If you use that, you're going to get good results. But the results will be magnified and maximized if you, behind closed doors, take good care of yourself. Now, what does that actually mean? It's yes, being challenged and having your thinking challenged and being called out when you don't take accountability for running your own life and walking the walk and talking the talk as a kids life coach. And I am guilty of that at times. There's times I don't drink my water, I drink too much caffeine, I may not exercise, I don't get enough sleep, I might scroll my phone. If you're guilty of this, we are in good company. The point is, it is really important to surround yourself with people who can hold you accountable and remind you why you're doing this work and what it is you need to be doing to stay ahead of the pack. When I say stay ahead of the pack, this is not a competitive landscape. Kids life coaching to me is a heart-driven career. And if you're in the space, yes, we do earn an income doing what we love, but we do it in such a way that we know we're planting seeds for lasting generational change, breaking those cycles of intergenerational trauma in families. So we're doing really important work. And to do that, we have to take good care of ourselves so that we can take good care of our clients. So the professional supervision part of it is not just about coming into the Zoom room and being part of my membership, which gives you access to me as the founder and also other coaches in the network to be able to enhance your coaching practices. It's also about you going outside of our organization. So if you are a Kids Life Studio coach and you're certified with the organization and you're using our play-based coaching methodologies, and you are not part of our membership, maybe you're doing yourself an injustice. Because if you're not getting professional supervision from like-minded people and from a person who has been in the saddle for over 2 decades, and you're not having somebody hearing the kinds of children you're working with, reflecting with you, making sure that you're following best practices, it's time to reconsider how you're doing things. It's a very small investment of time and resources to make sure that you stay sharpened. But you can also get professional supervision in other ways. And this is what we were talking about in the Zoom room. So, yes, coming into our membership and getting that is first prize because we do everything Kids Life Coaching. You're going to get what it says on the box. We're going to make sure that you become a world-class Kids Life Coach. You're the best coach to the children that you are working with, and that you make sure that you know exactly how to get results that are sustainable, measurable, and also ethical. There are so many wonderful coaches out there with big hearts, but they don't follow the proper route when it comes to training. And as a consequence, they really skip out on some very important building blocks with children. And so they may get short-term results, but long-term, on a neuroscience level, the rewiring of the neural pathways will not take place. So that will not be sustainable. We don't want that. We want children to be in our coaching programs and to get results. So going back to professional supervision, we specialize in children, right? So that's what we do. But there are other places you can go. You can, if you are a psychologist, for example, we have psychologists as part of our network, doctors, we have adult life coaches. You can belong to an accrediting body like the ICF or the BPS, which is the British Psychological Society, or the World Federation for Mental Health. And that's just naming a few. There are many. But here's the thing. Every accrediting body started with somebody like me who decided, I want to raise the standards of what we're doing. And that is exactly what Kids Life Studio has done. We have raised the standards of kids life coaching across the globe for over 2 decades, since 2003, and held ourselves accountable. Yes, we can tick the boxes, but does that matter? Absolutely not. If you're not making sure that you're sharpening your tools and adding to your toolbox on an ongoing basis by exposing yourself to additional trainings, making sure that your coach logbook is up to date, making sure that you have a mentor. And that's something that I do as well. I do one-to-one mentorship with coaches who come to me for an hour, and I support them in their coaching practice and make sure that they are really looking after their clients. And I have somebody who takes care of me as a coach. And it's important for all of us to be doing this. Professional supervision is something that many novice coaches do not know about, but it's something I'm incredibly passionate about. So if you are part of our membership and you're watching this, I want to say thank you. Well done. Come to more of our group supervision sessions, please. If you have been thinking of booking a one-to-one with me and you want some one-to-one time for me to support you, you can book that as well with my calendar link. I'll pop it down at the bottom of this video. If you have trained as a Kids Life Studio coach and your membership has lapsed for whatever reason, maybe you're not coaching as much, maybe you had illness, maybe you are still working full time, consider joining our membership because you will get access to your level 1 introduction, your fundamentals training, your level 2 theory, and your level 3 certification training. Again, because there's new neuroscience things in there, revamped, revised, and you will get access to that to give you your revision as part of your annual membership. For those of you who have not trained with me as a kids life coach and you're working with another organization, you are most welcome to come to me and ask for one-to-one support, or you can enroll in our theory training and our fundamentals training and get the foundation that we use. If you're not using neuroscience and you're simply using, I don't want to minimize certain programs, I don't want to minimize certain ways of doing things, but if you're not using a program that's grounded in science, and you're not using a program that's grounded in science and it's coupled with heart, passion, positive energy, and a worldwide movement of people like myself who really care about the work that we do. We really care about children. It's not just about us coaching children and sending them along their way and us ticking boxes and earning an income. This is more than that. We've changed the landscape of childhood one child at a time. It's like throwing a pebble into the water and watching that ripple effect. And that's what we do. And professional supervision keeps us sharp. It keeps us wired. It keeps us really excited about the work that we do. I mean, after the Zoom room group supervision calls, all of us are always on a buzz and we share on our WhatsApp group and we really feel that wonderful energy of like-minded professionals coming together with a common purpose, but working in your own part of the world and making impact on the ground in your community or online if you choose to coach online. And that's the beauty of what we do, because we share, we connect, all of us are wise in our own way. And it's really important that we don't just work as lone rangers. And I used to do that, by the way. It was a protective mechanism when I was still in my healer mode and I wanted to save the world and I had my hero cape on, which is why a lot of people become kids life coaches, by the way. They want to change childhood because they may not have had a good childhood. When I still had all of those things in place, I probably would have done well with professional supervision, more of it. And I didn't know any better back then. And that was like way back in the early stages of my career. Don't make the same mistake that I did. Make sure that you take care of your mindset, make sure that you take care of your professional development, but most important, take care of your personal development. Because as a coach, if you don't grow, how can your coachees grow? How can the parents that you work with grow? At the end of the day, we call ourselves kids life coaches, but we are ultimately family coaches. We work with the entire family. So that's me on professional supervision. As you can see, super excited about it. Looking forward to having you join our membership if you've been considering. All the links will be below this video. So have a little look, see. And remember, professional supervision is about widening your net. You can use us at Kids Life Studio for your supervision, but you can also go to accrediting bodies and find professionals who can supervise you. I would highly, highly recommend that you do that. I am one of those professionals, so I'm there for you if you do want to use my expertise. I have been coaching for a very long time, so I know exactly the stumbling blocks that are out there. But the good news is that even though I know the stumbling blocks, I still have somebody supervising me to make sure that I stay on track so we can hold each other accountable. So thank you so much for sharing time with me. And remember, if you are coaching children, my top tip is to take care of yourself. Keep your cup full. Your cup needs to be overflowing and you need to be giving from your overflow and not from what's inside your cup. And that, my friends, is what professional supervision does. It keeps your cup overflowing. And what more could we ask for those wonderful children that are attending your coaching sessions? So I'm Zelna Lawrence, founder of the Kids Life Studio, and I look forward to hearing from you sometime soon and possibly seeing you in the Zoom room for some wonderful professional supervision sessions.